A new phase with stakeholders pushing reforms, stronger regulation and digital innovation to deepen insurance penetration across the country. The renewed drive is aimed at boosting public confidence, improving claims settlement and expanding access to insurance for millions of Nigerians. Industry leaders say technology, financial literacy and micro-insurance will be key to unlocking growth, especially among young Nigerians and those in the informal sector. They believe stronger collaboration between regulators and operators will help build a more resilient insurance industry while driving economic growth and financial inclusion. Joining us for this conversation is the Chairman, Nigeria Insurers Association, NIA, and Managing Director, Rex Insurance Limited, Mrs. Ebelechukwu Nwachukwu. Good morning, Ma, and thanks for joining us on TVC Saturday Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
You're welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Now let's get to it. The number one question, the insurance industry has been in Nigeria for decades,
yes,
right? One of the oldest. But then we have one of the lowest percentage penetration when it comes to Africa. Looking as a continent, it's even lower than 1%, I must say.
Yes.
Why is it so? Why is the penetration so low in spite of the fact that we've been here so long as an industry?
Well, that's a question we always, try to decipher in the insurance industry. Why is penetration so low? Why are people not engaging with us in the insurance industry? And that's a responsibility we're also now taking from the point of view of the NIA to make sure that we change the narrative. There's so many factors you can look at, so we can mention lots of external factors. We can say, credit is not available in most countries where insurance has done great. There's availability of credit, so you have to have insurance to gain access to credit. You'd say, when people have to save to do pretty much everything that they need to do, then they keep putting insurance at the bottom, We see factors like culture, religion, affecting how people engage with insurance. So those are external factors. But from an insurance industry perspective, we're thinking how to make products more understandable, simplify our products, increase our distribution, increase the hubs through which people can engage with the insurance industry. Ask questions. You don't necessarily, have to think about buying, where people can just dial in and say, what is this about, When you think about your home and you think, oh, I need to insure everything, but then we find ways to make you insure one thing or two things or three things. So we're thinking as an industry of how to keep it simple, and we think that will increase penetration and help people engage with us more. Again, technology is helping us think about this. Mobile platforms have been launched across the insurance sector. InsurTech platforms have been launched, and this is just going to help us reach people and make them understand that insurance is really not as complex as they think it is, and insurance is a daily life activity, the greatest safety net you can have for your finances.
I think I already mentioned, and congratulations are in order, you are the first female chairman of the NIA. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And I think at this point I would love for you to speak to us on your theme. That's the ACE, right? The awareness, the capacity building, and then enforcement. What can you tell us about that, especially when it comes to the public?
Awesome. So awareness, the theme, yes, I'm the first female chairman, but I'm the 27th chairman of the NIA who happens to be female. It was not a gender inclusion process. It's really a process that encourages women to aim for senior management and participate in industry activities. And when you do that and you're consistent with excellence, then you grow. So that's the first part of what I want to say. I launched the theme ACE at my investiture. A means awareness. We're just speaking about making people aware of the insurance and insurance products. What we want to do with the A in the ACE agenda is to increase insurance penetration. Take insurance to every home, every family, every business in Nigeria. I'm hoping I can turn every woman in Nigeria into advocates for insurance, life insurance. From the moment you leave school or you get married, lifestyle planning is best done, not with a savings account, but more with an insurance product, because insurance guarantees the end, not just, the beginning. So awareness across various platforms is what we want to launch. awareness of products, awareness of channels, awareness of how to engage with insurance and why you need it is one of the things that the ACE agenda is going to be focused on. The second is capacity building. You know, the insurance industry has different arms. We are the underwriters, so we take the risk. We have the NCRIB, the brokers, we have the ARIAN, who are the agents, and then we have ELAN and the Chartered Insurance Institute, which is the educational arm of the industry. Now, when we think about capacity building, we think about in terms of leadership. You know, in terms of leadership, the people in the industry. The CIN focuses a lot on the exams, making sure that the professionals are great professionals. But we think we also need to build a lot of leadership, next level management, next level ownership approach to managing the insurance industry. Also building capacity. Now we have a new act, the NERA Act 2025, where we have increased capital across the industry. How are we going to deploy that capital? Increase capacity in our underwriting capabilities. Can we underwrite more risk? Can we reinsure less? Can we keep a lot of the risk now within the Nigerian market? That's what capacity building is going to be addressing. And the last is enforcement. Now there are lots of compulsory insurance products. You know, third-party motor insurance is compulsory. Now it's not compulsory because we want to create business for the insurance industry. It's compulsory because it's responsibility on the road. If someone runs into another car or you run into someone, all you actually need to do is exchange your insurance details. But what we do in Nigeria is we beg, we lie because we don't have, you know, authentic third-party insurance, you know. The benefits of third-party, you run into someone's car, the liability is carried by the insurance industry. You run into an individual, there's injury, medical, or unfortunately if there's death, again the responsibility is transferred to the insurance industry. So we want to make sure that people buy third-party insurance. Anyone who owns a car must ensure that the third-party insurance certificate they carry is authentic. Okay. You know, so that's one. We also have other group life insurance. Every organization that employs more than 4 people must have group life insurance in the event that there's death, you know, and some companies also offer permanent disability. There's a payout from the insurance industry. There are occupiers liability insurance, professional liability for medical doctors, and all. Those are compulsory insurance products. What we want to do in this agenda is to publicize, make people more aware, educate on those compulsory products, and create loads of platforms to make sure that everyone purchases, everyone who should have a type of insurance compulsorily also has it, you know. We know that, you know, like I said, the Insurance Act protects the consumer significantly, you know, so just engaging to make sure that you're compliant with compulsory insurance products is what the ACE agenda is going to try to push over the next 2 years and continuing.
All right, ACE agenda sounds very interesting and so on. I think the component that the insurance industry should really take a look at is the mass education component of it. And so how is the insurance industry going to leverage on the available technology that we have now to achieve that? I mean, everybody has a phone. That means we can get information to everybody. Yes. You know, we thinking along those lines. Take, for example, I didn't know there were insurance policies that were compulsory. I didn't know. Oh, yes. And I'm a broadcaster, I should know. You get? That means information is not moving the way it should go.
Yes.
A lot of Nigerians do not understand what third-party insurance of vehicles is about. There are so many things concerning the insurance industry that the average Nigerian has absolutely no knowledge about. So now we have technology, and now we have the ACE agenda, and now we have a female chairman of the Insurance Association. How are we going to coin our messaging? Because the way we coin our messaging too is going to help us a whole lot. How are we going to take advantage of all these things that we have at our fingertips to get the average Nigerian to know more about the insurance industry?
Fantastic. We've started. I'm here at the TVC. You know, engagement. You know, using, like you said, advertising and simplifying the message is one of the major things that we're going to do. You know, because lots of people think insurance is not for me. it's for the rich, it's for people who have money. Simplifying the message, bringing it close to you, putting it on your phone through various media. That's what we're going to be doing, you know, in the insurance sector. We need everyone to know about insurance. You know, it's painful when you hear about people losing assets they've worked so hard for, and then they have to start saving all over again when they could have paid a little premium and it's replaced for them. So we are going to find different platforms using technology, personal interactions, going to cooperatives and different societies, you know, using our microinsurance, our different platforms that the insurance industry already has, insurtech platforms that we have, but a lot of the media. The NIA, for one, also just recently launched a podcast studio, and that's one of the things we want to do, you know, using that platform to just educate people about insurance products and get it to their doorsteps. You are going to see a lot of activities. Right. You know, we need Nigerians to know. All
right, so I'll be doing one question. First of all, is it possible to access claim settlement statistics?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it's possible. Where can the average Nigerian access such?
So the Nigerian Insurance Association has a platform.
Okay.
Where you can check.
Because claims. The reason is that I'm thinking that when Nigerians see that insurance is more transparent, that is one way that you can draw them. And the second one I want to segue into is that a number of people feel that insurance companies, it's fast. They collect premium claims very fast. But then when it comes to claim, you know, when those things have happened and then try to get the insurance back from the companies, it becomes an issue. It gets dragged out. So that's that's 2 in 1. So I'm thinking, should we ensure that we get those statistics of claims that have been paid out so that, you know, there's more trust between the average Nigerian and the insurance industry? Because that's one place I know people who would say that, look, my friend, some people even have insurance and would rather go and sort it out themselves and say, I don't want insurance wahala. Wow. That's the thing that you hear.
Exactly. That happens.
So how can we make it more accessible? Let's say, okay, this year we paid out so billion. We paid to da.
So we pay claims, and the statistics of the claims paid, you know, is public. Okay. What we want to do a lot in the insurance industry is put out customer testimonials. But I tell you an interesting fact. A lot of the people who say insurance doesn't pay claims have never bought an insurance policy. It's a perception that we have to work very hard to change. In the insurance industry today, what we're doing is not paying claims. It's how quickly we pay claims. That's the basis of competition today. Okay. You know, we pay major claims in the insurance industry every day. And the statistics are available. Like on the awareness side, those are some of the things we're going to do. On the website of the NIA, or the website of all the insurance companies.
So if I can just put it into a chatbot or Google and say I want the statistics, I can easily access it?
Very easily. Just put in there how many claims or how much claims the insurance industry pay in the year 2025. You know, we paid in the year 2025 over 700 billion in claims in the insurance industry. From small claims, individual motor insurance claims, third-party claims, to major oil and gas claims, aviation claims. We pay in the insurance industry, yes.
Because that question he asked is quite true. A lot of us do not want to engage with insurance companies because the process of getting your claims, oh my God.
It is really so simple now. On the website of most insurance companies, including mine, Rex Insurance, you can actually download your claims forms, complete it end to end on most websites. You know, but the problem is most people don't read their policies.
The fine print.
The fine print, and they say it's tiny. The prints are not tiny anymore.
They're tiny. But maybe that's where you will help us increase those fonts a little bit. Number one, and then all the legal jargons that we find there, could we simplify them and make a 5-year-old or somebody?
In fact, let me just very simple. I go out and I hit a Thomas car. What do we do? In this, I hit his car. What do we do? Let's get very pragmatic. What do we do?
You hit his car.
I hit his car. Yes.
Yes. So
both cars are damaged.
Both cars are damaged. Now, if it's third party only that you have, the responsibility of the insurer, your insurer, is to his car.
It's on the heater.
Okay.
So what insurance will cover both?
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive.
It will cover your car and the third party.
So what do I do? I'm asking for practical steps.
So in a third party situation, you run into his car, you walk up to him, you say, I'm sorry this has happened, I'll need to call my insurance company. This is my insurance certificate, which you give him a copy of.
Okay.
Call your insurance company on the spot.
Okay.
On the spot to say this has happened. They will ask you certain things, and some would immediately deploy to you the ability to complete some details, because we need the details. When you go to the bank to cash money, you fill forms, don't you?
Yes,
you have to put in some details. So now if it's a major accident and you have comprehensive insurance, for example, would ask you for estimate of repairs. But we will verify those estimates, because it's also a pool of funds, and there are many people in that pool. So we have a responsibility to make sure that the pool is utilized for exactly what it's supposed to be utilized for. Wow. So we ask for evidence of this, clarification with this. We talk to your mechanic to make sure that because it's insurance, they've not inflated the bills, and then we pay.
And that process can take like a week or two.
It can take the same day.
The same day?
My organization paid over 90% of its claims in 2025, same day.
Wow.
Mrs. Ebelechukwu, thank you so much for enlightening us. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate your presence and wish you a successful tenure. And I just hope that Nigerians can really partake in the benefits of insurance.
We hope so, and we will make sure that we make it easy for them to participate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.